good. Even if the stars and moon collide, I never want you back into my life. You can take your words and all your life.
Hi guys, today I want to show you the differences between Black Horn of Even and Traptrix Treble Nightmare. Um, Basically I made this video because someone asked me, what do you prefer between Traptrix Nightmare and Black Horn of Even? So uh, these are the reasons of this video. Okay. Um, there are these two cards. Black or even when your opponent will special summon a monster, negate the special summon if you destroy it. Okay, so it's like a summon wording for special summon. Then Traptrix Treble Nightmare. When a monster your opponent controls that do a special summon it this turn, activates its effect, negate that effect, and if you do, destroy this card. Okay, so I I show you some decks that are played in this meta game. So against Water Vector, Traptrix Nightmare, or Blackcorn. Okay, we'll start with Blackcorn. Okay, basically the Bujin. Yeah. Against Bujin, Blackcorn of Even is better because Bujin usually goes for Susanova via Bush incarnation or just Iron Turtle on the field and exceed them for Susanova or something like Kagutsuchi. Okay, so if I play Traptrix Nightmare, I'd stop the effect of Susanova, but if my opponent has Bushinshiair to his grave, he can just banish it and negate Traptrix Nightmare. So against Bujin, Orn is better. Because yeah, okay. Then against Erratic, Black Orn is better because this this deck usually special summon Tefnit, yeah, first turn to make the OTK. So if you have Nightmare, you can do anything. And Erratic plays also this card. I think no wing bait. Sorry. Um, okay, this card. So if you hover and summon it and go for wing beat, you lost. Then if you have Blickern, I usually negate it. Yeah. So I don't risk a wing beat for game. Yeah. Then against Slicer, I prefer Blickern because a lot of lasers this meta plays a Forbidden Lens. Okay, this card. So if you have Traptrix Nightmare and you chain it, your opponent can get. So his is if your opponent has a Forbidden Lens, he can chain it and yeah. So he has game if you open summoning Judgment Dragon and clearing the field and going for a TK. So I prefer Black card because yeah, it's better. Traptrix Nightmare, you can use Traptrix Nightmare against Lamina if you're hoping someone Raiden or something. But if you have Blicker of Heaven, you just negate Sinker or something like Judgment Dragon, so you don't risk anything. And Dragons, yeah, Dragons because Dragons Mythic, yeah, because your opponent can summon Felgrand, so Traptrix Nightmare can do nothing against Felgrand. But Blicker of Heaven can just negate Salmon, so yeah, if you negate Salmon, it's just yeah, your opponent just lost one card, and it's good. And because your opponent can summon Dragosack or something. Then the last deck is Evisor. I saw a lot of Evisor on the end, so it's pretty popular. And I think that Black Hour of Even, yeah, it's the best card against them because your opponent usually goes for Ulfion or some other exceed like Excision because this deck plays Pandemic, Infection Pandemic, so Infestation Pandemic. So if you chain Traptrix Nightmare, you can just chain Pandemic and yeah, if you summon Accident, it's game. So in that situation, if you have bad cards, so okay. Then yeah, so Black Iron here and just negate the salmon, so you can't chain Pandemic. Yeah, so for Ord, then Nightmare. There are a few more decks than Black Horde. So Artifact, that is yeah popular deck because uh the banned list they didn't do anything to this deck. So yeah, against Moral Touch, Traptrix Nightmare is the best card, yeah, because you're hoping someone discard via Sanctum, so you just get the effect and straight. Yeah, that's good. Then against Gear because in my opinion, uh, Nightmare is better because if your opponent has White Up, also if you have a Black Card, you lost. So Traptrix Night, no one plays Forbidden Lines in Gear, so Nightmare is better because you can negate also uh, Gear Armor via summoning via Arsenal because your opponent just do Arsenal tributes for Gear Armor effect to set and you chain Traptrix Nightmare, so that's good. And because no one, if you play a deck that usually doesn't play Traps in Nightmare, your opponent doesn't expect it, so uh, Nightmare is the best choice. And then you can do everything because if your opponent summoned Gear Gigantix, okay, activate his effort, and you chain Traps Nightmare, Gear Gigantix will miss timing, so because is Chainlink 1, then Traptrix Nightmare is Chainlink 2, so it's destroyed and it can't activate effect because Eward Resolves is first stack effect. Yeah, it's pretty hard to know to understand, but yeah, that's yeah, it will miss timing, so Nightmare is better in my opinion. Then like Priestess of Prophecy, yeah, against Publix, because Publix doesn't play any exceed. Yeah, usually he doesn't exceed in a game. So Japanese Nightmare can negate Priestess of Prophecy. Your opponent usually has um, Wisdom, Spellbook of Wisdom, but yeah, he loses one card and you lose one card. So it's just a simple game state. So Traptrix is better. If you main deck it, you're good. It's good against Spellbook too. Then Infernity. Okay, against Infernity, I really prefer Trappist Nightmare. Just for one thing, because if you open top deck Archfind, or it starts with combo if you have Trappist Nightmare set and your opponent send um, Stajan to his grave, then many sheet for Archfiend, you can simply chain Trappist Nightmare and you don't wait for an exceed, or if your opponent just start with a bad combo because start just with Archfiend and Barrier 2 Raigeki set. if you have bad cards, you lost. But if you have Nightmare, you can simply negate Art Fiends, and if he has no Fiend, you have game. So simply, and yeah, I prefer Nightmare. Also because when Infernities does combo, he will summon Exceed. He always activates effect of Exceed. So Nightmare is the semi card of Blackbird in that situation. Then against Mermaids, yeah, Traptrix is better because when your opponent starts with Abyss or just Megalo and destroy some cards, you have Nightmare to stop them. But if you have Blackbird, you can't do anything. So you can, if your opponent summon Dragosack, he usually already destroyed your set cards because of Marksman, Taunted Marksman. Okay, then the last deck is Sylvan Armitry, Sylvan, and for Armitry I prefer Tempest Nightmare because when your opponent starts with Blossom, Tribute, Armitry, or just Blossom, Tribute, Blossom, when your opponent activates the effect of Blossom, you can chain Trappist Nightmare to negate them. So you can go for something else and destroy all your cards. Then Nightmare is better because um, usually Sylvan doesn't play lands, so you can easily stop Hermitry with Nightmare. And I played Sylvan, and when my opponent usually has Chapter's Nightmare, it was a bad. It was so bad, and yeah, so Sylvan against Sylvan is better Nightmare. Okay, I think there aren't other decks. Maybe Fire Fist, but it's the same thing. Not or Nightmare. Okay, that's all for today. Um, tell me if I missed some decks. Yeah. Okay. Bye guys. See you next video.